Time to escape with some art from a pyramid somewhere in Egypt, all while using some hacks.
Good evening, and welcome to Game Night on Saturday the 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November as it goes, the gunpowder treason and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Although it's very interesting that we have got a message from our sponsor, Matt the Ref.
I approve of the poppy. Hashtag we will remember them.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, Matt. I don't like to draw too much attention to it. It's just something I did. I think I started doing it last year, and it seemed a sensible, respectful thing to do in this leading up to Armistice Day and Remembrance time of year, which is the sort of the last precursor before everything gets into the Christmas scrummage. So yeah. Yes, 5th of November today. I had a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
It's time to head to Egypt, then head to Escape Quiz Prison. This is the weirdest holiday ever.
It's a weird holiday, isn't it? Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Puzzle Dan. And Clive, what my mum seems, it should probably just say, get a haircut. That's all my mum ever seems to say. I don't know if you approve or not. I can do them up, if you like. I'm going to put a tie on. I'm going to put a habit on, maybe. I'll dress like a nun. If it's distressing you, Clive. I'm not going to do that. And a message from our sponsor, Tadaru.
Get a haircut, Kappa.
I will not. Thank you for the 100 bits there. We'll put that towards a haircut as and when I get it. Yeah, 5th of November is always very interesting because we're remembering not blowing up Parliament. Although it's to do with assassinating the king, who wasn't a politician, it was a monarch. Let me stop that bonus right there. But yeah, I've never really been into fireworks. For me, it just seems to be standing around at a freezing damp field for 2 hours. The first sort of hour and 45 minutes is, well, the first 5 minutes is making polite small talk, and then it's being bored for an hour and 40 minutes. 15 minutes of lights was like, ooh, could have seen this from my garden. And then it's go home. So yeah, it's a thoroughly unpleasant experience that I've never particularly had much affinity for. Don't know if I'm the only one. And they don't have to be exclusive. They tend to see more at New Year a lot of the time. They're quite nice at weddings, for example, as well. Anyway, very well done to MPL Dart, who won that game of Hacker by a nose, and very many thanks to Clive as well for his patience. First of all, the game broke last time, but we managed to get through all there. Clive gave us a replacement first half because we saw that the first half of the first one, and we got it to go all the way through, which is great. So thank you very much to Clive, and well done to MPL Dart there. A couple of games on the docket tonight. First of all, the Pyramid, and then jetting over to Quiz Prison in the Escape Artist. That one has been written by Sam, is acidic, approved by Colo. This one has been written by Phi. It has got a bit of a theme running through it. Was proofed largely by Alex, and then I finished it off this morning. Lots to look forward to, and I hope you're ready to play at home. If you're after some trivia and you want to play the Pyramid, type in the code IVKJ. I'm pretty sure I still haven't fixed that font yet. Let me do that now real quick. IVKJ is what you need. It's going to freeze for a moment. Oh, that's no better, is it? Let's go with Oswald. Oswald Bold. IVKJ, and maybe a different colour. Maybe a bit more spacing on the characters. There we go. Now you can join at any point. IVKJ. Lovely. So this is a pack that comes to us from Fired, and it has got a bit of a theme. Each row has got a different theme about it. Yeah, we should have some fun with this. In the meanwhile, good evening to Samster and Prey and Jogging and Arun and Prugs. Good evening, AD Me and Vision, Mark, Fired, author of this pack. Tadaru and Dart and Matt. Good evening to Dan and Apodo, Lucario and David. Hello to Shapes and Ianyo. And Shapes, I hope you had a good birthday the other day. And not good evening to Smoker, because I think that was a bot. Good evening to Colo and Toot and Jack and Pyro and Clive and Lewis and BC and Kirstukan and Naked Grandma and anyone else who is lurking, loitering and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us for game night. The dress up, I've not had a wedding today, but Mini Flush has gone off camping. Great weekend for it, given the weather. So we've got we basically had a free weekend, so we went out for dinner earlier on. It felt slightly weird because I came back and I thought, I've got to go stream now. Even though it felt like I've gone for dinner. Normally you come back from dinner and you maybe put a film on, if not go to bed. And so it felt very strange going out for dinner at like 5 o'clock. 5:15, because then of course it's so dark at the moment. It feels like it's the middle of the night already. But yeah, we went out for a curry. And I haven't been out for a meal for a long time. He's probably going to end up being a soggy flush. I think he's in a tent though, Matt, in fairness, so may not be soggy all night. But yeah, so Megs has taken the opportunity to tidy up his bedroom, like thoroughly gut it, reorganise it and everything. And the shopping, it sounds like, judging by the dogs, his flushes are normally soggy. Very good. Judging by the dogs, the shopping has just arrived. We've got some more logs for the log burner this afternoon as well. I brainstormed a new game idea, which I'm probably going to start knocking together on Monday. So yeah, get ready for more stuff. Thanks to everyone who's contributed to the mole, stuff on the mole. It's come together nicely. I've had a bit of a graphical overhaul as well, so looking forward to playing that again. We'll probably play that again next Saturday, I think. This is why the happen shape, so I know it's not actually been ages. It's sort of been very, very recent since I did a new game. But having not done one for, what did I do? Before that there was Distinction, and then before that it was probably The Hive, to be honest. So they sort of come in waves, and so I get really creative ideas, back to back, and then there'll be nothing for 6 months. So make the most of it while they're here. Can you undo another button? For you, Clive? Of course I can. Clive's asked me to undo another button, so I'm... Yeah, I know, right? There we go. No more, otherwise I'll get banned from Twitch.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Am I allowed to show nipples?
Well, you're a man, so probably.
I don't know. Weird stuff. David says hello.
Hi, everyone.
Mr. Fletcher, how was the shop? Other than the dog stealing eggs.
Eventful.
Dog stole a box of eggs.
Our delivery driver couldn't find our house, and so he was banging on the door of our neighbours, who I believe are away this weekend, or if they're not, they've had a Tesco driver knocking repeatedly.
That's very funny. Very funny. Welcome to Only Ben's, yes. We go like that far. Here you go, it's my Persian rug going on there. If you like. Just the right amount. I'm actually slightly cold now, Clive. If it's okay, I'm going to put it back up again.
I've got one of those.
What, a Persian rug? I don't think so. Right, that's the end of the loop. We have got 9, 18, 27, 28, 29 players in for the pyramid. So
who goes to a curry house? Clearly Chris Tarrant does, but who goes to a curry house? Just have a plain omelette.
I used to do that sort of thing, order chips from the
Royal
Chinese
flesh.
Royal flesh. You're not a hot flush, though. Not a hot flush, no. We are, however, going to play the pyramid. It's a pack that has been written by Fired.
I'm going to go clean the house.
Going to go and do...
Clean the house.
Have fun with that. Try and make it a fun game. Or not. Let's lock the lobby. And here is how to play. 4 fastest players to answer each question earn a slot on the game board. When the row is full, those players then compete for the available slots in the next row. But beware, if you choose to answer and are incorrect, you are prevented from earning or keeping a slot on the row. Long and short of it is, if your face is or your avatar is on the row and you're not sure of the next one, probably best not to guess because you can lose your place. Keep playing though, because all players earn points for correct answers, and at the end of each row, the highest scorers will claim any slots that were left vacant by unsuccessful players. Ties are broken on total response time, but players who initially earned a slot but subsequently lost it will not be eligible to earn a vacant slot. 4 players who reach the top will progress to the final. Simple as that. Full answer required. I can overrule if the computer spell checker doesn't get hold of you, and keep answering all the way through. If you're not sure, you don't have to play because it will potentially impede your chance to get onto the row, but if it is the last question of the row, you might as well attempt, because if you don't get up on the last question of the row, you're going to be eliminated anyway. Those are the rules. This is the pyramid. Yes, abstention, very valid tactic in this game, David, so do bear that in mind. So, each row has got a theme to it. And the theme to this first row is that all of the answers will contain or will be Greek letters. Okay, Greek letters is your clue for this first row. So into the red zone, into the shadows. Shadows is right, yeah. Yeah, so maybe you don't have to play if you don't want to, but unless it's the end of the row, in which case you might as well. But it is a speed game more than anything else. So, base clef question to start us off. All of the answers on this first row will be Greek letters of some description. Good luck. Here's the first question of the night. Atlanta, the world's busiest passenger airport, is the hub for what major airline? Jack's making a prediction straight to the shadow realm. 25 players attempting this, just a couple sitting out. Remember, your clue here is Greek letters. The correct answer, which I'm hoping most of you got, Delta or Delta Airlines would have been acceptable. I may condone other answers sort of on the periphery there as well. Delta was what we were looking for. If you gave me that, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. Most getting it right. Oh, Jack going for American Airlines. Indeed, he was right straight to the shadow realm. Yeah, I think that the clues probably did help. I think when Oni first proved that he thought it was a bit hard, I'm not sure if he was anticipating me reading out the categories across each row. I think with the categories, it makes this game much more accessible, and I use that word not very often anymore because Samster makes fun of me. You've had the stream on mute. Okay, fair enough. Just Jack going for American Airlines. Unfortunately, that is not the right answer, Jack, and it's off to the shadows. Silent Marine, also welcome to the stream. Right, fastest four are going to get onto the base club. Let's see who they were. Shapes was first, then Clive, then it was Lewis, and then Mark. You are on to the first row of the pyramid. Wrong answer now will stop you from getting a second chance saloon, so only answer if you're absolutely certain. But well done, you four. First four onto the pyramid. On to the next question. This is the owl question. Take a look at this. Who did China recently appoint to a third term as leader? Just 18 players attempting this one. Incidentally, on that last one, Atlanta regained the title in October 2019 from Beijing, who held it for only a few months. I'm just going to put my text wrapping onto my trivia so I can read all of the information. Correct answer here of the 18 players who played it, and you were looking for Xi, or Xi Jinping, to give him his full name. He'll be the first to serve a third 5-year term as leader since Mao Zedong. More commonly known, I believe, as Chairman Mao. So, Xi is what we're after there. If you gave me that, you go green. If not, you go red. President Xi, I think we can allow that, Lewis, can't we? Yes, we can. It is still answering in the form of the questions, so we can allow President Xi. That's a typo, but I'm going to allow it. I'm feeling generous. I can see what you're getting at there. And it's a short answer, so I think we can allow that. Xi or Xi Jinping were the answers we're after there. Everyone who attempted getting it right, or 19 of you, sorry, 18 of you, I think it's 19, it's 18 of you getting it right. And we're looking for the fastest four to get onto the owl tile. And the fastest four, after we sent players to the shadows, which is no one, fastest four were... David was fastest, Fernando was second, Arun was third, and Riff was fourth. Well done, you four. You are onto the pyramid. Careful about giving me any wrong answers from this point out, otherwise it will penalise you at the end of the row. Everyone else who is still in, you've got 2 more questions to get onto the row. No second chance saloons have become available yet, but they may do if some of these players forfeit their positions or they potentially get them wrong. Oh, Riff, as an aside, unrelated to the game, I sent you a message earlier in Discord if you want to have a glance at that. Just need something from you, your prize from last season. On we go, question number 3. It's the lion question. Have a look at this. Which Twitch emote is often used to denote sarcasm or trolling behaviour? And welcome to the stream, Riff, as well. "26 players. I'm glad to see most people attempting this one. I'm hoping most of us got the right answer here. A, yes, there it is. Oh, the bot. Well done, bot. Yeah, it's Kappa. was the answer we were after, and the bot has trolled you with the answer. That is amazing. Well done, bot. You can have a double honk for that. You can even oh no, the ring-a-ding is too long. Anyway, Kappa was the answer, so hopefully that's what you gave me. If so, you go green. If not, you go red. There we go. Perfect sea of green. Everybody who attempted was correct. Another point for you there. So no one going to the shadows. Quite a few people, though, looking to get a slot onto the lion tile. Let's have a look and see who was fastest. Toot was there first, then AB me, Tadaru was third, and Innis was fourth. Very well done. Still no second chance saloons. This is the last question of the row, the last one on Greek letters, the last one worth 1 point. If you are through, if you are one of the 12 players whose avatars appear on the pyramid, again, maybe only answer this if you are 100% certain. If you are not yet through, or you are in the shadows, you might as well attempt this question, because if you don't give me a right answer and get onto the pyramid here, you're going to be going to the shadows anyway. So, Horned Viper question, last one on Greek letters, take a look at this. Yoshi, welcome to the stream, my dude. Welcome. Come join the game if you like. Jamesetta Hawkins recorded her signature song At Last under what stage name? The answer is somewhat in the question there. Only 14 players attempting it. My love has come along. Great song. Claire, welcome to the stream. There is still time to join the game if you'd like to come play. The correct answer was Etta. Etta. I would have also accepted James or Etta James or Etta. Very generous options on that one. Disco, hello. IVKJ is what you need to type to the bot to come and join. That code along the bottom, IVKJ, to come and join this game if you'd like to play. You won't be able to get into the fast track. You'll go straight into the shadows for joining at this point, but you could still get a second chance saloon. Etta was the answer. If you gave me that, you go green. If not, you go red. Alpha, Epsilon, Delta, Alpha, Psi, and Pi are all incorrect answers there. Welcome Claire, welcome Disco to the game. And yes, those are not right answers. Alpha, Epsilon, Delta, Alpha, Psi, and Pi. Etta James, At Last was originally recorded by the Glenn Miller Orchestra and was the B-side for the single I've Got a Gal in Kalamazoo. And on the cap question, like many early Twitch emotes, the image is of an employee of proto-streaming site Justin.tv. Well done if you did give me Etta James, you're going to stay green and in the light, but if not, it's off to the shadows. My, look at this. We have only got 3 players in green, which means we will have 1 second chance saloon. I'm walking over the pub. I have joined too early. We'll see what you can do, Claire, on mobile. Welcome all the same. So it's going to be Sabs, Lucaria, and Pyropygmy who are going through. Let's add them to the grid, to the pyramid now. To the grid. There was Sabs the fastest, Lucaria was second, and Pygmy was third. But we have got 1 second chance saloon, and it will go to someone in the shadows with the highest score. Unfortunately, though, if you are not on the pyramid already, that is the end of the row, and we have to send you to the shadows now. 15 players have gone through, but we need 16 for this row. Anyone on 4? Not that I can see in the shadows. In fact, only Shapes 2 and Lewis and Lucario look to be on 4 at the moment. And David, I beg your pardon, on 4 at the moment, and they're all already through. So one of the players on 3 points is going to get second chance saloon, and it is going to be the fastest player across the gamut of the game entirely. Let's re-roll the pyramid and see who is getting that second chance saloon. It's Silent Marine. Welcome back out of the shadows and into the game. 3 points, but the fastest player across all questions. You are back in the game. Very well played and welcome back. We move on to the second row, the sperm tile, the back end, and the 2 reeds. Each question on this row will be worth 2 points, so even if you're in the shadows, keep answering, because you could get that second chance saloon if you end up with a high score and there are some vacancies at the end. Repopulate the vacancies, that's the expression I was after. On this row, we're not looking at Greek letters, but we are looking at consecutive letters. Each of the answers to these 3 questions will be 3 letters long, and they will be 3 consecutive letters of the English alphabet. Okay? So that is what we're looking for here. Sounds like it should be relatively straightforward, but let's see how you get on. Starting with this, for example, RST. Yeah, for example, stew. That is an example of 3 consecutive letters from the English alphabet. So that could be an answer. Who knows? We'll find out. Good luck to you all. 2 points for this. Here is the sperm tile question. I always wanted to be an answer. What 3 consecutive letters are the abbreviation for Royal Air Transportation Company in Dutch? David with his powers of prediction. 23 players have attempted this one. The correct answer was KLM, which was founded in 1990, making it the oldest continuous airline trademark. Not 3 consecutive letters of the Greek alphabet, no, not necessarily. If you gave me KLM, you go green. If not, you go red. Pray, RTC are not consecutive letters, and ABC, jogging, is not the right answer, I'm afraid. You are already in the shadows, and of course, if you're in the shadows, you might as well attempt every question. But on this occasion, not correct, I'm afraid. So quite a few players here in green and eligible for a slot on this tile. Let's see who was fastest. Lewis was there first, then David, Innes was third, and Lucario was fourth. Congratulations, you 4. You are on to the next row. Remember, exercise caution when answering, because if you get a question wrong at this stage, you lose your place on the row and will be ineligible for a second chance saloon. Moving on to the backhand tile. Fingers on keyboards. Here's the question. What 3 consecutive letters tell a CPU to idle, literally executing no operation? Just 12 players attempting this one, and the bulk of those in the shadows. Just AB, me, Arun, and Tadaru, who are in the light, who've given this one a go. Let's see what the correct answer is. NOP. This instruction is often used in hacking to flood memory and slide execution of code to the payload. NOP is what we're after on that one. Slightly trickier one. For deferred. Good guess, Jan. You're in the shadows, so might as well have a guess. Let's see if AB, me, Arun, and Tadaru have come up good on this one. Red if you're wrong, green if you're right. All 3 of them have very well played. NOP was the answer we wanted, so all 3 players who were still in live play are going onto this tile. We will have one gap. NIL, DEF, OPQ, DEF, all incorrect answers, I'm afraid. So 3 spaces to fill. Let's see who was fastest. ABME was first, then Arun, then Tadaru, and we have got 1 space free. So if you are in the shadows and you think you'd quite like to get back into the game, keep answering, because a second chance saloon could be available to you. Use caution, you 7 who are already through, because of wrong answer here, you won't be eligible for that second chance saloon, and you will create another vacancy on the pyramid. Last question of the row. If you're not already through and you're still in the light, you might as well attempt this one, because if you don't get in on this question, you go into the shadows anyway. Good luck. Here is the 2 reads question. What 3 consecutive letters are found below the 8 on a touch-tone phone? Citation. This is, you just realised it's your phone. 24 players attempting. Not quite everyone in the light attempting. So Silent Marine, Tadaru, oh, actually, no, you might already be through. Well, Tadaru is certainly already through, but Silent Marine, you will be sent to the shadows on this question, unfortunately. The correct answer, TUV. TUV. It's basically every phone nowadays, Pruse. TUV, yeah, 7 and 9 are allotted 4 letters each. Some phones omit the Q and the Z to keep each number at 3, but on the 8 you will always get TUV. If you gave me that, you go green. If not, you go red. We've got an XYZ and RST. That's a wrong answer from Samster, who wasn't on a target though, so he's not foregoing his place. Likewise, Pyro Pygmy. Anyone else in the light going wrong? Clive wasn't through yet at this point. David was through but has given me a right answer, and I think that about covers everything. I'm afraid if you have given me a wrong answer, it is off to the shadows. Not losing anyone from that row, so we are just going to have the 1 second chance saloon here because we've got 5 correct answers from Fernando, Mark, Shapes, Toot and Riff. The fastest 4 will get onto this tile, and one of them will be very sad and sent to the shadows. Oh, super slow, I'm sure, says Fernando. Welcome to the stream. Well, we will find out. One of you is about to be super sad. Let's find out who were the fastest 4. Mark was first, Shapes was second, Riff was third, and 2 was fourth. Fernando, your prediction was right. Unfortunately, not quite fast enough. Don't despair just yet. Are you going to get a second chance saloon? I fear not, looking at the player below you on 8. Bad luck, Fernando. It's off to the shadows. We've got 11 players through, but we need 12 on this row. So the player in the shadows with the most correct answers, I think... No, I beg your pardon. Might not be MPL Ducks. His calibrated vision is down there on 9. His name hasn't gone red, which means he is eligible for the second chance saloon. Is it going to be Vision coming back in? Repopulate the vacancy? It is indeed Vision. Welcome back to the game. Well played on 9 points. You are back on the pyramid, and we have our 12. Lewis, David, Innes, Lucario, ABME, Arun, Tadaru, Vision, Mark, Shapes, Riff, and Toot. Very well played. We move on to the next row. Just 2 questions on this row. The adder and the fist bump, as we call them. And in this one, the answers are all fonts. Font faces. Oni desperately sad now that he is not able to be here to play this one. But the answer to these 2 questions will both be fonts. Oh, for font's sake. Comics... No, it isn't. Incorrect, Matt. Once again, if you are one of the 12 players on row 2 of the pyramid, you've got first priority. And when we get to the second question, you might as well attempt it if you're still in the light. Wrong answer, send you to the shadows. But if you're in the shadows, keep answering, because as Vision has just discovered, you could get back on, especially with 3 points available per question. Good luck to you all. Oh, it's a dual question, ref. Oh, fair enough. The adder question. Good luck. Take a look at this. What siege engine uses a counterweight to power its projectile throwing? "26 players attempting this question. Hopefully you gave me the answer. Trebuchet, which was designed for Microsoft in 1996. If you gave me Trebuchet, as seen in the hacker game earlier tonight. Yes, indeed. If you gave me Trebuchet, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Helvetica, Catapult, Impact, and Catapult. Impact, at least a reasonable guess. It's sort of related to projectiles, but unfortunately not the answer we're after there. You're all already in the shadows, and that is where you're going to stay. Plenty of green players here. It's just very interesting, this game, because actually if you get a question that is particularly hard and you don't get any players through, where players in the light have maybe been a bit more cautious up until that point, you can end up with some crazy swings. We've already seen Vision come back in. Is Vision about to get up to the next row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players are in green. Only 4 of them can get through. Let's find out who the fastest were. Vision was first, Lewis is second, Shapes is third, and Mark was fourth. Well done, you 4. Vision, coming seemingly from nowhere on the second chance saloon, is now leading the way on this next row. Exercise caution, you 4, on this next question, because wrong answers you will be eliminated and not eligible for a reroll. But everyone else in the light, the other 8 players there, you must give me an answer. If you don't give me an answer, you will definitely be eliminated, so you might as well attempt. Fist bump question for 3 points coming up. Good luck, here it is. Trebuchet. Monte Carlo and its famous Place du Casino are located in which sovereign state? 29 players attended. Almost everybody in the game having a go at this one. I think we've got just 2 players sitting this one out. The correct answer was Monaco. 9-point Monaco was designed so a compact Macintosh could display 25 80-character lines at once. Almost like Manoka. No, that would not be right. Not what it used to be. Yeah, today we learned Monaco is a font. There we go. An ye olde one from the old Macintosh days, but it is a font. If you game in Monaco, you go green. If not, you go red. Helvetica's again, coming in 2 Helveticas. And a San Marino, that seems like a reasonable answer on a Monte Carlo question. It's certainly a nation, but unfortunately not the one we were after. Tadaru, unfortunately, you are going to be jogging, and I think that's Fernando over there in the shadows. Kurstuka, not Fernando. My bad. Sorry, I'm mixing up your avatars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of our eligible players are getting this one right, but only the fastest 4 can get onto the fist bump. No second chance saloons on this row. Let's find out who was fastest. Arun was first, ABME was second, Innis was third, and Riff was fourth. Lucario, David, and Toot. Unfortunately, you have been outsped, and you must take your place with the rest of the players in the shadows. And now 8 players remain battling it out for a place at the top of the pyramid. As before, same rules apply, high scores, so if our 8 all get it wrong, for example, they may still be able to get a second chance saloon thanks to their high scores. Though worth noting that they are not the highest scorers of the game. We have got some very high scoring players in the shadows who are looking probably champing at the bit to try and get back onto this pyramid. You have got 1 question on this row, and this question is on letters in novels. Letters in novels. I wish you all the best of luck. It's also worth 4 points in the shadows. The 1 read question, here it is. E. The answer is just E. What word describes a novel written as a series of letters or other documents? Players, unsurprising to see quite a high proportion of players attempting this one. The correct answer is epistolary. Examples include Dracula, The Martian, and most famously of all, perhaps Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Epistolary is the word we're after. If you gave me that, you will go green. Hard question, I grant you. If you gave me the right answer, you go green. If not, you will go red. There is an E there. Correspondence, E. Anthology, boring. Anthology, dialogue, memorandum, chronicle, serial, or epistle. I was umming and ahhing over whether or not I would allow epistle. I'm going to refer to Fired on this one. Not a cat, welcome to the stream, welcome to the game, good to have you with us. Fired, can you give me a ruling? I was umming and ahhing, I didn't add it in, but I thought if anyone says it, I will go for a ruling. Have you got any strong thoughts on it? It's relatively inconsequential, because Proogs is already in the shadows, but if you have any strong thoughts. Stinson's Angle, welcome to the game. Epistle? Oh, pissle. Very good. Fired, any strong thoughts on epistle? As the writer? I'd say yes, it's used in that form for biblical books. That was my logic as well, the epistles of St. Paul and various others. So, Proogs, that ruling has been made in your favour. We will allow epistle for you there. No problem, an extra 4 points to you. Could stand you instead if there are some second chance saloons available. But for now, if you gave me a wrong answer, I'm afraid it's off to the shadows. There will not be any second chance saloons, but there might be on the final row because we have got 5 players getting this right. Arun, Innis, Mark, Shapes, and Riff. Only 4 of you can get through. I don't think Act of the Apostles was an epistle. We're still on epistle. Epistle, apostle. Very nice. One of you is about to become very, very sad. Who is going to take the crowning achievement on the 1 read tile? Innis was fastest, Arun was second, Mark was third, Shapes was fourth, and it's Riff who misses out by a nose. Riff, who has been with us since the bottom row, unfortunately has just been denied access to the top. Very unfortunate for Riff there. You have to go and join the shadows. And we lose your beautiful raccoon avatar from the pyramid. And it means our final four are Innes, Arun, Mark, and Shapes. And all four of them have been there from the very bottom row. They've had an interesting climb to get to the top. Don't know if any of them had any second chance saloons. I don't think they did. But that is a very interesting journey for all four of these players who have all been here from the beginning, so very well played to you. Do keep answering in the shadows though, because there is every chance you could still get a second chance saloon as we go into the final. Let's rotate the pyramid. And there they are, Arun, Innes, Mark and Shapes. Now one avatar per tile. Exactly the same rule set as before, except there is one question per row and just 3 tiles representing it. Every question is now worth 5 points. And again, it's these 4 players who will have the first advantage. If all 3 are correct, then the fastest 3 will get onto the tile. If exactly 3 are correct, then those 3 will get on. If fewer than 3 are correct, we send the others to the shadows, and we will do the second chance saloon to the high scoring players in the lobby. This is where the twists and turns of this game can come, where you can end up with a player winning who hasn't even been in the final and can steal it at the end. Very, very interesting end game for this. So we're going to start off with the chick, the leg and the arm question. And I will tell you that the topic in this round, in the final, all of the answers are fractions. Each answer will be a number represented by a fraction or ratio. Please submit the decimal form of the number. For example, if the question was, do they have to be? If the question were, on which platform does Harry Potter board the train to get to Hogwarts? The answer would be 9 3/4. You would need to submit 9.75 as your answer. Too glad he's already in the shadows in this sort of pseudo maths round. So, you've got to translate ratios or fractions into decimals and then submit them in their decimal form. Very best of luck to all 4 of you, and to everybody playing in the shadows. There are no irrational fractions. We will find out. Good luck. Here is the first question of the final. How to depict recurring. None of them is recurring, Proogs. Whiskers claims their food is preferred by proportion of cats or cats owners. Oh, sorry, what proportion? Sorry, there's a missing word there. Whiskers claims that their food is preferred by what proportion of cats or cats owners? Need to answer as a decimal. 25 players have attempted this, including all 4 players who are in the light. Forgot the denominator. The correct answer is 0.8. 8 out of 10 cats prefer whiskers. 8 out of 10 as a fraction is 8 over 10, which breaks down to 0.8 as a decimal. If you gave me 0.8 or 0.8, you will go green. If not, you will go red. 0.8. A 1 is wrong, a 0.9 and 90 is wrong, 0.9. Clive, I will condone that because this is dealing with strings rather than integer. If it was just using floating points, it would have just truncated that automatically, but it's all done in strings here. So I'll have to, anyone who's put 0.80, I will have to manually condone. 8.5, 0.90, 8 is not right. Yes, Proogs, you forgot to divide there. 99.9, 0.9 and 0.9. No, it's 8 out of 10 cats. Don't know what to add a 0. Hey, it's extra. It's an insignificant figure, I suppose we'd call it. 0.8 was the right answer, and unfortunately, if you did not give me that, you are going to the shadows. And we've lost one of our hot seat players. Shapes has gone to the shadows, who gave us 0.9. Unfortunately, Shapes, you will not be getting onto this row. But Arun, Innes and Mark all correct. That's 3 players. Take your places. Mark the fastest, Arun second, Innes was third. They continue their travels up the pyramid. 2 more questions in this game. We go on to the pipe and the bowl. 5 points available. Do keep answering in the shadows. Second chance saloon and possibly winning the game. There are some players who are ahead of our hot seat players. Well, some of our finalists. Let's see what happens with the next question. Remember, answering as a decimal. Here's your next. After we put people to, I always forget I've got an extra stage there. Here's the next. Innes, welcome to the stream as well. Oh, you've been here a while, but... Holst's Mars, Taylor Swift's Tolerate It, Brubeck's Take 5, and the Mission Impossible theme are in what time signature? 26 players have attempted this, again including all 3 players in the light. Something like that. Doesn't really work on the piano, does it? I can do that one though. When I'm playing that, I don't normally have to play the melody. It's normally a sax does that. That's take 5. It's a fine line between tremendous and brutal. So from the 80s. Correct answer was 1.25, because they're all in 5/4. Oh, the Uruk-hai theme from Lord of the Rings. That I didn't know. TIL. Yeah, 1.25. They're all in 5/4, which as a fraction is 5/4. Technically, time signatures are not the same as fractions, so they look very similar. 5/4, which is an improper fraction, 1 1/4, 1.25. If you gave me 1.25, you will go green. If not, you will go red. Oh, that's a lot of red. Let me go through these. 1.25, both incorrect, considering 2 different answers. 1.2, very close of them, but not quite right. 120, 0.75, 0.75, 0.75, 0.75. There's a 1.25 from Tadaru. A 12, and that's your scores. I don't know, don't care from Jack. Cool. Puzzle Dan, very close to 1.3. Inca getting the 1.25, as did Lucario. 0.75 and 1.2 from Mark. Not close enough, I'm afraid. 0.25, 1.25, 0.75. 5/4. What's the decimal? Joggy Chum getting the fraction, but unfortunately not able to translate it to the decimal. Shapes, for some reason, it's allowed you to have 1.265. I'm not quite sure how that snuck through the spell checker, but it has. So bonus points for you there, Shapes. You should have 5 points fewer than what you've actually got there. 0.75, 1.2, and 0.75. Unfortunately, all of those are wrong answers, and you have to go to the shadows. Shape's hopefully going to play the honour system next. He's got one of the highest scores, currently on 23. Don't declare me the winner if I somehow get it. I mean, if you know the next question, you could throw it, if you like, and that would sort of balance out. If you don't know the next question, then I don't think you can win at this point anyway, because David has got 24. As has Riff. And Lucario's got 26. So if you know the next question, throw it. If not, a bit academic, but there we are. Innes, the only player to get that one right. So Innes, let's pop you onto the pyramid. Inca, the only player to have been here from the very beginning, still hanging on to his slot, 1 away from being crowned champion of the pyramid. But we have got a blank tile there. It will go to the highest scoring player in the shadows. I spy a Lucario just underneath Innes, also on 26. Is it going to be you? After we send everyone else into the shadows. It is indeed. Welcome back, that tiger. So it's an Innes Lucario final, like 2 great stags about to perform a ritual mating joust or something. One of you could be crowned champion of the pyramid. Of course, if both of you... when 2 stags, they sort of attack each other with their horns, don't they? Mating joust between a tiger and a boo. Go to horny jail.
Shame.
I'm covered in shame. Sorry. When 2 great stags go to... What I'm saying is that they're both very strong players. They're both on 26. Well, they do. They sort of joust for mating rights. And in this case, they get to mate with the top of the pyramid? No, this is breaking down now. Fair enough. It's the Falcon question. The Falcon. Stop saying it. Yeah, I think all you guys are terrible. It's you're with an apostrophe, Puzzle Dan. Right in the fanfic. Do all the buttons. I have to go do all the buttons. I'll do one more because I've warmed up a bit now. Right. Innes and Lucario battling for the supremacy of the pyramid then. Championship of the pyramid on the Falcon question. If they're both wrong, it will go to the highest scoring player, which might end up being Innes or Lucario anyway. But you've got Mark on 22, could overtake to 27. You've got Riff and David on 24, could overtake and do a surprise comeback from behind. Good luck to everybody. For 5 points, here is the final question of the game. What do optometrists consider normal vision? ...29 players attempting this question. Most optometrists consider... they're all in 5-4 play it off piano quiz. I did it without even looking at the trivia last time. 2020 in imperial countries, but in countries that use the metric system, it's 6'6". But it doesn't matter. The ratio is the same, 20 feet or 6 meters. It's 1, or 1.0 would also have been accepted there. That is the answer. If you gave me 1, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. 2020 is a ratio. It is not a decimal. 20.2. No, it's 20 to 20. The ratio would break down to 1. 1.00, David, I can accept. Because that is rounded off to 2 insignificant figures. Oh yes, it's the instruction at the beginning. Inca, though, going wrong with 2020. I can't accept it because that is the ratio and we did need a decimal answer. 20.2 would not equate to a ratio of 2020, pray. Likewise, Claire. It's not the decimal answer we're after, so I'm afraid for everyone getting that one wrong, it's off to the shadows. So Inca just tripping at the final hurdle, which leaves 1 player left on the pyramid. Lucario, let's put you onto the Falcon tile. I'm going to do my button back up in honour. I think anyone else needs to go to the shadows. It would have been Inca, so I need to press that button to kill the light. Very well done to everyone on the points you've amassed there. Thank you all for playing, but congratulations to Lucario, our champion of the pyramid. That's G. There we go. Well played, Lucario. A bit of a comeback there, managing to sneak back in onto that penultimate row, and has ultimately bested the pyramid with a score of 31. High scorer of the game. Riff there managing to pick up 29, as did David. No medals in this game. You either win it or you don't. But very well played to Lucario there. And very many thanks as well to Fired for what I thought turned out to be a really rather lovely question pack. Nicely themed, nicely stylised. You won the mating ritual. You did indeed, Lucario. You won the mating ritual. Third to the bottom. Yes, that was fun. I really enjoyed that. Thank you very much to Fired for that pack, and to Oni for doing the bulk of the proofing. I did have just touch base with Fired this morning, just made a final couple of changes. But there we go. Lucario, we will add your name in lights to the Scalers of the Pyramid, Pyramid Champions. That is your second victory in the pyramid, putting you into a tied third with Inca and Lewis and Shapes. Bested only by Derek and Toot, who have each done 3 scales of the pyramid. Right, I am going to top up my glass with Schlur. I will say I did have a drink when we went out for a curry. I'm not going teetotal, incidentally, but I realised I needed to cut down, and so we went for a curry. I had 1 beer, and that was it, and I've come home and I'm back onto the non-alcoholic stuff. I will probably have 1 or maybe 2 beers tomorrow because I've got my Shostakovich concert, so post there I will probably have some beers. Might stream it if I can figure out how, somewhere, if anyone's interested in that, at 6 o'clock. And then it's back to, teetotaling stuff, so I'm being good, doing it in moderation. Right, I'm going to go for a very quick break to shots to COVID. It will probably be a beer, I suspect. I think the problem is wine. Wine ends up being the problem. You open a bottle and it's just like, well, might as well. I've started, so I'll finish. Anyway, that's boring. Congratulations to Lucario. Thank you to Fired. Stay right there, though, because after the break, we have got another trip to Quiz Prison. Yes, the Escape Artist makes, I believe, its debut this season. First time we've seen it in season 9. Yeah, it is. So stick around if you'd like a chance to try and escape Quiz Prison. And congratulations to Lucario. You have scaled the pyramid. So, after the break, I should have added times your score by 10 to get your penny count. They should all have now been written to the drive. So if you want to check your penny count, you can do that just now. Congratulations again to Lucario. Thanks to Provide for that game of the pyramid right there. Don't go away though, because after the break, intense trivia action in Quiz Prison. Yes, it's the escape artist coming right up. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Okay, so I may have tweaked the credits the other day and then forgotten to switch them off. So they should not be there. That's my bad. Take two. Sorry about that slightly false start there. Welcome to the Escape Artists. JNWL if you'd like to play. Brand new Halo, welcome to the stream. Remember, you must join this lobby at the beginning if you want your own podium. If you are indifferent about having your own podium, you can play along with the background game by joining at any point. Does also mean you can continue to play after you've been eliminated from the game, if you get eliminated from the game. Come join if you'd like to play. Come out to play. Is that Warriors? Warriors, come out, play. Or something like that. You're indifferent. Okay. Cool. 26 of you so far. I'll give you a few minutes to come join. It is D minor. That's how it goes there. So, 28 in so far. Oh. Oh, Samsa. He's leaving and rejoining. So I should be bantering at this point. But I've not put a band in. I put a band in to go out and it wasn't really working for me. So I just got loose hair tonight. I hope it's working. I washed it earlier, so it's sort of nice. Yes, after the banter of rutting stags, I'm worried about saying anything. I'm sure I said jousting stags. Please remove Sam. Why would I do that? Only Sam can remove himself. This pack is, speaking of Sam, this pack has been written by Sam is Acidic, our friend from Australia. It's been approved by Colo, to whom we're very grateful. Colo did make a couple of tweaks to it as well. Oh, bloody hell. So, yes. Hopefully all will be well with you tonight. While we're waiting for a few more players to come join, let me explain the rules. We'll start with round one, which is called Initiate, I think. You'll be facing 10 questions. The point value for each question is represented by the difficulty, and that will be displayed up in the top left-hand corner. So the more difficult the question, the more points it is worth. You must answer 5. Your objective is to answer 5 questions correctly. Once you have done that, you will not be able to answer any more questions this round, but you will be safely through to round 2. So that's your first thing. Aim to answer 5. You don't have to answer the first 5 that come up. You might want to be strategically thinking, which of these 10 questions do I want to answer? Do I want to answer some of the easier ones? Do I want to wait for some of the harder ones? The point is, if you haven't answered 5 by the end of the 10th question, you are eliminated from the game. If at any point it becomes impossible for you to answer 5, i.e. because there aren't enough left, you are eliminated from the game. If you get a question... You have to type the code again, Samster, to remove yourself. If you get a question wrong, you will lose a life. There, the green light's in front of you. If you run out of lives, you are eliminated from the game. Simple as that. You want to maximise your score whilst also ensuring that you definitely get through to the next round. Yeah, Sam, so if you want to, I mean, I can remove you from here. I mean, if you really want to be removed. There you go. You are removed. So I don't know it's a joke, because I'm not in the voice text, so I don't know what's a joke and what's not. He's back in. Yeah, I don't know what's a joke and what's not, and it's very difficult to read subtext in Twitch chat, so... When Jack says remove Samster and then Samster says remove Samster, and Samster's already removed himself once, so I assume you're trying to get out of the game and you can't remember. Can I move him all the way to the right? I wonder if I can do that. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I probably can. Where are you? Yeet. There you go. Do that in the corner. I could put him in the corner. That might be quite funny actually. Is that Podium 12, 14.5? Wait, Samson, don't go. 3.25 and 14.5. There we go. So I can do banter as well. He's over there. Yeah, Samson's over there on the right hand side on his own, in disgrace. Bant. Can I turn him upside down? Yeah, I can turn him upside down. Let's do that. Oh no, we've got Z fighting if we do it that way. Oops. There he is. That would be quite fun to do. No, I'm not going to put him upside down. I might make him face the wall. That might be hilarious. We get the Z fighting there on that side, which is a problem. Right, that's enough of that. I'll leave him in the corner for now. Face the wall. You feel bad about what you did. Right, that's enough banter. We got 30 players in. If you're all ready, let's play The Escape Artist. Join the game at any time by whispering the answer to Super Stephanie's Twitch bot. There is a behind the scenes game, so once you're eliminated, you can continue playing and you'll get points. The bot might spam you on your first answer as well, because I don't think I've fixed that yet. So, question values have been set up there in the top left-hand corner. First question is actually going to be the easiest of the lot, with a bit of a difficulty curve, difficulty spike in the middle and towards the end, I guess. 10 in the middle, 8 towards the end, and then sort of averaging out at the end. So a bit of a mixed bag this week in the RNG there. Sam with the Schofields, yeah, that's right. Hello, Bash, welcome to the stream. They were bantering and not letting me in on the joke, so I took them seriously and now put Samster in the corner because someone asked me to. Thought it was funny. Right, here we go. Fingers on buzzers. Question 1, you must give me a full answer to Persephone's Twitch bot, and it must be a full answer. Can overwrite stuff. Never take chat seriously. Yeah, that's my problem. I don't quite understand what the rules are. Right, question number 1. This is worth 1 point. You need 5 to get through to the next round. Good luck. Here's the first question. Which sport do British teams Crystal Palace, West Bromwich Albion, and Nottingham Forest play? 13 out of 30 attempting this one. Correct answer is football, or soccer, if you insist. Association football, yes, Matt, we will allow that. It would have been a tremendous shame if you had gotten that one wrong, wouldn't it? Association football, and Prey going for football/soccer. Yes, we will allow that as well. No drama there. Let's light you back up. Question number 2, this is a 4-pointer. Umming and ahhing over whether or not you're going to answer it. Take a look at this. 5 English letters are missing from the Italian alphabet, appearing only in borrowed words. J, K, W, Y are 4. What is the 5th, which, strangely, is used in Roman numerals? Quite a long question to process. A couple of answers coming in out of time. 3 of them incorrect. 1 of them was right, but unfortunately received out of time. So the 3 that were received out of time and wrong, probably a good thing. Correct answer was X, which does appear in Roman numerals. Would appear that the Italian lost the Latin X at some point. We're not sure where, but X is the answer we wanted. U, V, U, and X. No, X is right. Yes, all the other answers though are wrong, I'm afraid. X is what we wanted. Well played. Well, let's light you back up. Let's go to question 3, one of the harder questions of the pack. Question number 9, question number 3, 9 points if you can give me a right answer here. Beware if you're starting to lose lives already. Fingers on buzzers. Here is question number 3. Which Egyptian queen was made famous by her bust, which is now stored in the Neues Museum in Berlin? 21 players attempting that one. Claire and Fernando, both of those were correct, I'm afraid, but received out of time. Correct answer was Nefertiti. That's what we're after there. I'm going to allow phonetic plausibility here, so A, B, me, Nefertiti. Yes, we can have that. Cleopatra and Alexandra are wrong. Brand new Halo, again, Nefertiti. Yes, we can allow that. Fired Nefert with a PH, yes, again, it's phonetically plausible, you can have that. Nefertiti. That was close enough. Go on, I've done a few others, you can have that, BC. I can see what you're getting at. Nefertiti was the answer. Well done if you got that one. While modern Egyptological pronunciation renders her name as Nefertiti, her name actually was the sentence, "The beautiful one has come." I'd heard but never seen written down, that's fair. Yes, so phonetic plausibility is what we go for here. Well done, if you got that one right, another 9 points to you. Let's light you back up. Question number 4, worth 7 points here. No one yet down to a single life. Let's see how you get on question number 4. In what year in the 2010s did Australia join Eurovision, host and win the Cricket World Cup, but lose the Rugby World Cup to New Zealand? A lot of answers coming in out of time there. 14 players getting an answer in time out of the potential 30. The correct answer was... It was 2015. 2015 is the year we're after. The best Australia has come in the Eurovision Song Contest, incidentally, was in second in 2016 with Dami Im's performance of Sound of Silence, but I'm sure you all knew that already. 16, 16, 17, 11, 17, 16, 19 are all incorrect answers, I'm afraid. Well done if you did get me the correct answer there. 2015. Let's light you back up. So, as we get to the last question of the top row of questions, no one yet one away, no one yet requiring all. Claire and Matt, though, you're on your last life. One more wrong answer, you will be eliminated from the game, so tread carefully. Question number 5. This is worth 3 points if you care to attempt it. Good luck, here it is. Which mobile app has consistently been the most downloaded in the world since overtaking WhatsApp and Instagram in early 2020? 22 out of 30 attempting it. David and Silent Marine both correct, both a bit late, I'm afraid. The correct answer was TikTok was the answer we were after there. Snapchat, Twitter, Tinder, and TikTok. Horror beyond my imagination. Yeah, Jack, you can have that. Clearly I'm feeling generous tonight. You got the right answer though. TikTok is the answer we were after there. Well done if you got that. TikTok, motherfucker. Oh, I do like that meme. Well then, if you got that one, anyone due for elimination? No one yet. Let's light you back up. Some more colours going on now. If you're one away, Jack, jogging, AB, me, BC, one more correct answer, and you are through to the next round. No one yet requiring all of them. A handful of people on the last life. Dan, Matt, Claire, Stimson's Angle, and Prey. One more wrong answer, you will be eliminated. Good luck. Question number 6, hardest of the bunch. It's worth 10 points. Take a look. Amyloplasts are types of plastids that store starch in plant cells and work to detect what external phenomenon? Just 4. Samster getting an answer in late. He'll be relieved to hear it was a wrong answer, so he's going to be glad that it was late. Just 4 players attempting this. The correct answer was... it's gravity. Light, heat, sunlight, and rain. All incorrect. I'm afraid you are going to lose a life. Gravity is what we're after. Yeah, sausage question. I haven't seen one of them for a while. If you want to weigh, jogging, Jack, BC, ABME, 1 more out of the remaining questions, and you're through to the next round. Quite a few people needing all 4 of these last questions. So the mixed bag in here, you've got 2 of the lower end and 2 of the higher end. So any abstentions from you in orange and you will be eliminated. And if you're on your last life, tread carefully because 1 more wrong answer and you will be eliminated. Some of those also requiring all, so double jeopardy for you here. Good luck. Question number 7. It's worth 6 points. Take a look at this. Who played Pete in the 2012 film This Is 40 before taking on the role of Marvel Avenger Scott Lang in 2015? "12 out of 30 attempting this one. Pirate Pygmy, that's a right answer, but out of time. Matt and Prey, they were wrong answers anyway, but also out of time. Correct answer was... Paul Rudd is who we're after there. Paul Rudd, the Avenger, the ageless Paul Rudd, I suppose we should say. Steve Carroll, and Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, all incorrect answers. Unfortunately, we've got 5 players out of the 30 due for elimination. Matt and Necker Grandma and Prey and Mark, it's impossible for you to escape. And Puzzle Dan, you've also exhausted your lives, I'm afraid. Thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. So bland I forgot him. 25 players remain. We've got 1 player who's escaped. That's Jack Wilfred. We'll see you in the next round, Jack, but you can't answer any more questions. If you need 1 more, you're flashing now, quite a few of you. Next question is a 2-pointer, easiest of the remaining 3. If you need all 3 of them, you're flashing now. You must give me 3 correct answers. Something I should have added, you get a bonus point for every life you've got left at the end of the round, if it's any extra incentive to abstain. If you're on your last life, tread carefully. 1 more wrong answer and you know the drill. Question number 8. It's worth 2 points. Have a look at this. No pressure, Disco, none at all. Midnight, Red, and 1989 are albums by which country crossover pop artist? Not a cat and proves answers received out of time. 19 out of 24 players attempting that one, and in time the correct answer was... Swifty. Taylor Swift was the answer. Dolly Parton is not the right answer. Stimson Sangle, I'm afraid you are going to lose a life. And unfortunately that is your last life as well, so you are going to be eliminated. Not a cat. It was the right answer that you gave, but it was received just out of time, which means it is also impossible for you to escape. Thank you very much for playing, you two, but it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. 5 players have now escaped. AV Me 2, Jogging, Jack and MPL Dart. If you're 1 away, flashing now. 2 questions in order to make good you escape. If you require all of them, you're orange, and flashing now. That'd be the other half. And if you're on your last life, getting to be a bit academic, but you should be flashing now and on your last life. Question number 9, it's worth 8 points. Again, one of the trickier ones. Best of luck. Here it is. Entrepreneur John Donahoe is the CEO of which $33 billion apparel company headquartered in Beaverton, Oregon? Eight out of 18 attempting that one. A few answers coming in out of time. The correct answer was... it's Nike, or Nike if you insist. He's also the chairman of PayPal. Happens. So there we go. Under Armour, Foot Lacquer, Hollister and Land's End are all incorrect answers, I'm afraid. And goodness me, 6 players due for elimination. David, you've exhausted your lives. And Pruse, Kurstuke and Claire, Disco and Pyro, I'm afraid it is impossible for you to escape. Thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the road and it's lights out. Brutal game this. We're down to nearly half what we started with. 30 came in, 17 now stand. Of those 17, only 7 have escaped. Still 10 players in contention looking to get this 5-pointer correct. If you do require it, you are flashing now. Slightly academic shapes, you need this question right, and it's also your last life. Good luck. Question number 10 is worth 5 points and a place in which I'll pay more attention to the rules. Next time, Disco, next time. And also, you can carry on in the wings as a behind-the-scenes game. You still get pennies for it. Good luck, everybody. Here is question number 10. Yes, you can, David. Although its official language is German, the traditional resort town of Interlaken is found in which European country? Just getting an answer in the nick of time. Correct answer was... it's Switzerland. Austria is not the right answer. Clive and fired. Unfortunately, the last hurdle you've just tripped over, I'm afraid. Thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the road and it's lights out. So we started with 30 and we have dropped to just 15 at the end of round 1. 15 of you will progress to the next round. For every life that you have got left in front of you, we'll give you an extra point and then reset them to 3. Well done if you survived. That's the end of round 1. And just before we go into round 2, let's take a look at the scores behind the scenes. 5 points, or 5 pennies I think it is, for every question that you get right. So those are the scores as it stands at the moment. So yes, once you've escaped, by the looks of this, once you've escaped, you can continue answering without it affecting your game, because you're effectively locked out of the main game, which is how Jack, Samster and Dart have managed to get 6 questions right. So I just get 3. That can't be right. How's that? That can't be right, Davis. You're through to the next round. You must have got at least 5. Huh. How does that work then? Don't know, is the answer. Oh, you got eliminated. Oh, fine. I thought you were through. He's not through. Sorry, David. Look, getting your hopes up there. Yeah, I think it's just 5 points per question. It's just sort of standard quizzing in the background. Back to the main event. Round 2 is called Sustain. There is your target up in the top left-hand corner. The target is 48. This is set by the highest scoring player plus 15. That would be Samster down in his naughty corner on 33. That's because even the highest scoring player has to get at least 3 questions right, because every question is now worth 5 points. Same rules as before. Once you hit that target, you are through to the next round. However, in this round, once you've escaped, you can continue answering questions to continue to increase your score. You're not locked out after hitting the target. Do be aware though, because as before, you have 3 lives. If you run out of lives, even after you've escaped, you can still be eliminated. So once you've escaped, you might want to think twice, especially because every life you've got left at the end of the round is worth a bonus 2 points. However, you must hit that target before bonuses are applied. Hope that all makes sense to you. Some of you will require more than others. Some of you will have a slightly easier time here as we go into round 2. Every question is worth 5 points. Good luck. Here is question number 1. In which Italian city are the 2026 Winter Olympic Games set to be held? Slow answering there. Just 6 players attempt to get the correct answer was Milan. Turin and Florence are incorrect answers. Just 4 getting it right. BC, Fernando, Jack and Samster. Very well played. Let's light you back up. So we go on to question number 2. Remember, abstention is still a valid tactic until it gets to the point where you can no longer escape. There are not enough questions left. Fingers on buzzers. Question number 2 for another 5 points. The irrational fear of the figure 8 is known as what? $12 out of 15 having a go at this one. The correct answer is octophobia. Simple as that, not a trick question. Also would have accepted arithmophobia, but octophobia is the correct answer. Very well played. Let's light it back up. As we go to question number 3, fingers on keyboards. Here it is. Since 2005, Tara McKillop has been married to which British comedian, sitcom actor, and panel show captain? Can you narrow it down from those three descriptors? Again, 12 out of 15. Not sure if it's the same 12 answer. The correct answer is Lee Mack. Hugh Dennis, the wrong answer. Probably would have fitted those criteria, jogging. Certainly a sitcom actor. I know he's in Outnumbered, Captain Mock the Week, and generally comedian. But not married to Tara McKillop, unfortunately. So bad luck on that one. You're going to lose another life. But well done, everyone else who got it right. Let's light you back up. So we've got some lights. Jack, BC and Samsa, one more question and you're through to the next round. Jogging down to your last life, do tread carefully. No one yet requiring all of the remaining questions. Still got 7 to go, so still a way yet. Fingers on buzzers, here is question number 4. The characters Santiago and a very large marlin both appear in which Ernest Hemingway novella? 10 out of 15 attempting that one. Incidentally, Lee Mack and Tara McKillop met while studying at Brunel University in 1996. Correct answer, Santiago and a very large marlin both appear in which Ernest Hemingway novella? The answer is The Old Man and the Sea. For Whom the Bell Tolls is the wrong answer, as is Death in the Afternoon. Sarkspace Old Man and the Sea. Just missing out the article at the beginning. That's absolutely fine. You can have that. Nerds. Who's that saying nerds? No one due for elimination yet, but we have got a couple more wrong answers. Let's light you back up. Oh, of course, it's Jack Wilfred. We've got our first escapees. BC and Samster are through to the next round, providing they can stay in the game. BC and Samster, you can continue answering questions. You get an extra 5 points for every one that you get right. But your lives left at the end are worth 2 points, and you can still be eliminated. So do tread carefully. Working on a tech-based spiritual success of The Old Man and the Sea++. Very nice. Question number 5. Have a look at this. Eugene, Sarah and Dan Levy star in which US sitcom? Seven out of 15 attempting that one. Incidentally, in The Old Man and the Sea, in the story, Santiago is a fisherman who is initially very unlucky, going 84 days without catching a single fish. 7 players attempting this one. The correct answer was Schitt's Creek. No drama there. Everyone who played it getting it right, including Samsa, who'd already escaped, now extending his lead. Nicely done. Let's light you back up. Okay, we've got some different colours going on. Samster, Jack, Lucario, Toot and BC have all escaped. You can continue answering if you like. If you want away, Halo, MPL Dart, Innis, one more correct answer and you are through to the final round. If you need all 5, Jogging and Riff, you've got to give me 5 right in a row, and if you're on your last life, still just jogging for now, double jeopardy for you. Fingers on buzzers, gang. Question number 6, have a look at this. In which country were artist Agnes Martin, actress and model Pamela Anderson, and musician Leonard Cohen born? Almost everyone attempting this one, 13 out of 15. The correct answer was Oh, Canada. That's the only line I know. The land of the free. No, that's something else. Our home and native land. That's the next line. My home and native land. Yes, I got there eventually. Again, no one getting that one wrong. No one due for elimination. Let's light you back up. Quite a few escapees. 8 out of 15 players have escaped. Lucario, Brandio, Halo, Innis, 2, MPL, Dart, Jack, BC and Samster. 3 who are 1 away from elimination, Arun, Cycle and Fernando. Jogging and Riff requiring all of them, and Jogging just with that 1 life left as well. 4 questions to go. Here is question number 7. What is the largest extant species of bird? ...14 out of 15 attempting this one. Is that word extant doing any heavy lifting and making this a slightly different answer? No, it's the ostrich. The common ostrich is the largest species. If you specified a different species of ostrich, for example, the Somali ostrich, you would be incorrect. But emu, albatross, giant albatross, and emu are all incorrect answers, I'm afraid. Riff, it is now impossible for you to escape. I'm so sorry. Thank you very much for playing, but it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Not extinct. There we go. Thank you very much. I didn't know that. So I didn't proof this pack. 10 players out of the initial 15 have escaped. 1 has been eliminated, so there's 4 players still in live play. Cycle can get through on just 1 question. Jogging, Shapes, and AB Me, you are going to need all 3. Shapes and Jogging also both on their last live to add the extra pressure to it. Good luck. Question number 8. Have a look at this. Before becoming president, Bill Clinton served as the governor for which South Central US state? Arun happy to sit this one out. Everyone else is giving it a go. The correct answer was Arkansas. Arkansas is what we're after there. Nothing else to tell you on that. Georgia and Texas are wrong answers, and unfortunately, AB Me, it's impossible for you to escape, and Jogging, you've exhausted your lives. Thank you very much for playing, both of you, but it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. First time to round 3. Welcome to the Game Cycle space, and congratulations on making round 3. Not guaranteed yet. You could get these next 2 questions wrong, in which case that would be very sad for you. All eyes on Shapes, though, as the only player yet to qualify in this round. Everyone else has already made it through, but could potentially still eliminate themselves if they've already lost a life. There are still 2 questions to go. Fingers on buzzers. Here is question number 9. Which planet is named after the Roman god of the sea? Halo sitting this one out, and the correct answer is Neptune. Shapes getting that one right. Still not quite making it to the end there, though everyone who attempted did get it right. It does mean that Shapes is now the only one who could be eliminated, meaning we are going to have at least 11 players in the final 12 if Shapes can get this last one correct. Let's light you back up. Question number 10. Good luck. Here it is. What animal lends its name to a controversial bike lock that releases a noxious chemical if cut? Shapes is giving it a go. 10 out of 12 attempting. Correct answer is it's a skunk or a skunk lock. Pressurized gas that is released from a skunk lock will induce vomiting in 99% of people if the lock is cut open by a thief, or indeed, presumably, if the lock is cut open by the owner of the bike, which would be very unfortunate for them. Well done, Shapes. You have managed to sneak past that target of 48, finishing with 52, and we have got 12 players going through to the finalists. For every life that you've got left, I'm going to give you an extra 2 points. Very well played. That's the end of round 2. Why is the question still there? Do I need to press end round? Yeah, I forgot this is an old game which has got 40,000 buttons on the stream deck rather than just progress gameplay, which is realistically what this game needs. I've got some camera pans that I can press from time to time, which I never do, but they're all there on the stream deck. Anyway, very well done if you have made it through. And near lock to be out first here. Is that right, Shapes? What are you on? Oh, 54, yeah, that's quite low. But you never know, stranger things have happened in this game. That's how you're getting on in the audience. If you're still playing along behind the scenes, 5 points for every question that you've gotten right. David, you moved up the ranks there somewhat. Obviously had a much stronger round there, but well done. These points will, of course, be converted into pennies and added onto your bank total at the end of the game when the credits roll. So, round 3 is Survive. Slightly different format for this round. If you've played it before, great. If you haven't played it before, then listen carefully to the rules. 10, or up to, I should say, 10 questions will be asked. The first player to get the correct answer will start a timer on everyone else. The timer is your points. They will tick down at the rate shown in the top left-hand corner. For these first 3 questions, it is 1 point per second and a half. If you fail to get the correct answer, you lose the maximum 10 points. If no one gets the question right after 15 seconds, then you all lose the maximum of 10 points. You will incidentally get an additional 15 seconds after the first player locks in the correct answer, and that player will not lose any points. Your lives are no longer lives, they now function as refires. If you attempt the question and are incorrect, then you may re-attempt the question. You can attempt every question once for free. Thereafter, you must use a refire. And useful if you've got it down to a couple of choices, or if you're worried the spell checker hasn't accepted your answer, you can refire to re-attempt the question. If you exhaust your refires, it just means from that point on only your first answer will be accepted. So it becomes a much more dangerous game. If your points run out, you are eliminated from the game, and after 10 questions, the player with the highest score is declared the escape artist, or if we only have 1 player left before we see question 10, then that player is declared the escape artist and will be tonight's winner. Those are the rules. No, Jack, I will not. Good luck to you all. Question number 1 in round 3 is... Emmer and kamut are ancient varieties of which type of grain? Shapes was the first one there. A few more correct answers coming in now. Lots of incorrect attempts coming in early on. Refires available. It's wheat is what we're after. All the incorrect answers were rice. Psychospace wheat was the right answer, but received out of time. Would have only saved you a point or 2 anyway and cost you a refire, so not too much drama there. Well done, Shapes, starting the clock. Jack now has the lead of 83. Started at Samster at 84, who's now dropped to 75. Jack has now got the lead with 83. Let's light you back up. Question number 2, have a look at this. Which continent has the most indigenous languages? 2 starting the clock here. Lots of correct answers coming in. North America and Africa, both incorrect answers, as was Europe, brand new Halo. Though it looks like you got to the right answer eventually with a refire. Yeah, it's Asia. Asia has 32%, whereas Africa has 30% of all indigenous languages. Europe owns only 4% of indigenous languages. I mean, maybe which continent has the most people? Is Asia the one with the... I suppose Asia is probably the continent with the most people, isn't it? Yeah, anyway, there we go. Let's light you back up. Last question with this train rate. It will increase after this. Best of luck. Question number 3. Here it is. In which decade did Arthur Miller's The Crucible open on Broadway? Shapes again starting the clock. Working on clawing back some of that deficit. We've all got there. Toot initially going for 60s, Fernando for 40s, Psychospace initially for 60s, everyone getting it at least on a refire. Very well done. The answer was the 1950s, opened in 1953, and wasn't well received by critics to start with. Let's light you back up. Drain rate increases 1 point per second now, up to a maximum of 15. So do be careful. You need to make sure you're getting right answers in, otherwise it's going to cost you dearly. Fingers on buzzers. Here's question number 4. Which Britney Spears song, originally offered to Kylie Minogue, has the most Spotify streams with over 840 million? Fluid Fernando is starting the clock here. A few more right answers trickling in. Have a think about it. Refires available. Saps are getting it on a second attempt. Oops, I did it again. Hit me, baby, one more time. And baby, all incorrect answers. The answer we're after there was toxic. Well done if you did get that. And Fernando, well done for starting the clock there. Lead is currently with Now Cut That Out on 66. Jackson second on 64 and Innes in third on 63. Very close game. A lot of players at the top here as we approach the halfway mark. Well done if you did get that one right. Let's light you back up. Question number 5 then, as we go on, reaching the halfway stage of this round and the denouement of the game. Question number 5, have a look at this. Amusingly, what does Steven Spielberg's name appear as in the credits of the 1994 film The Flintstones? And no one's gonna get there. Spielrock, Steven Spielrock. A run was very close, going with Stoneberg there, getting into the sort of the brain space of the question, but unfortunately just coming up short on the actual answer. It was Steven Spielrock. No changes to the difference in the scores, but the overall numbers have all dropped by 15. Nobody getting that one right. Let's light you back up. One more question at this drain rate, it then goes up even higher. Cycle Space is approaching danger territory on 17, but a run is well and truly in it already. On 8, if you get this one wrong, a run, you will be eliminated from the game. 2 still with the lead on 51. Innocent, beg your pardon, Jack in second on 49. Innocent third on 48. Though notable that Toot and Jack don't have lost a refire. Innes has still got all 3. Good luck. Question number 6. Have a look at this. Red is the most common colour on flags, appearing on 77%, but which colour is second most common with 72%? Incidentally, Steven Spielberg, also an executive producer of the show in 1994. And we're all there by the looks of it. Clocks have all stopped. It's white. Taking a few attempts, a lot of people going for blue first. Toot also attempting green. And exhausting his refires there. White is in second, appearing on 72% of flags. Lucario was the first to start the clock there. Everyone, I think, except Shapes and a Run have used refires at this point. So getting into the territory where you're going to have to be thinking about your answers, but obviously not wasting too much time. Lead is currently with Inca and Lucario tied, both on 46. Both have used one refire. Jackson second on 45 now. Toot slips to third on 44. Still all very, very close in this game. We've still not lost anyone yet. Let's go to the next question. I'll light you back up first of all. Drain rate increasing once again, 1 point per 0.75 seconds now, up to a maximum of 20 points. This means players in imminent danger are a run, cycle space, and that's the end of the list. A run and cycle space. If you get this one wrong, you are going home. Good luck. Question number 7. Have a look at this. What square number is closest to the atomic number of tin? I like this question. A run is the first to start the clock. Those clocks are going down very, very fast now. Toot's got a maths question, Bron. Say it ain't so. I think that's going to have done a lot of damage to the scores there. Lots of changes, lots of players getting that one wrong. Very well done to a run in danger territory there, managing to start the clock. Cycle space not a million miles behind. I know another bit of another maths bod in our community. 49 was the answer after the tin. Atomic number for tin is 50, whereas 49 is 7 squared. Hanging on a run, chip in a chair, as they say. Wrong answers 36, 25, 64, 50, 16, 36, 25 and 36. Given by various players refired along the way. Still not lost anybody with 3 questions to go. We've still got 12 players in the final. This is a very tense game with lots of changes. Let's light you back up. A run still clinging on for dear life on 7 points in the danger territory, as is Cycle Space, as is Shapes and NPL Dart now as well. Few players flirting with it. A run is now the only player, I should say, yet to use a refire. Shapes using up all 3 over the last couple of questions. Lucario's got 2. Everyone else is either... Cycle Space has also got 2. Everyone else either down to 1 or use them all up. The lead is now with Lucario on 42. Second would be Fernando on 36. And third, Samster on 35 down there in the corner. Question number 8. Good luck. Here it is. The Land of 1,000 Smiles is a common nickname for what country? NPL Darts has got there. Clocks are on. A run is out of time. Toot has found the answer. Cycle space is out of time. Shapes is out of time. Fernando has got there. It's Thailand. Also known as the Island of 1,000 Smiles. The island or the land of 1,000 smiles. It was that or Bhutan. Ireland, Venezuela, Australia, China, Norway, Iceland, Australia, Sweden, Finland, USA, China, Japan and India were amongst the incorrect answers there. An awful lot of refires being used and only a smattering of green left up there. Thailand was the answer. We have lost some players. A run, cycle space and shaped. You gave it a damn good go, but after 28 questions, you are out of points and it is the end of the road and it's lights out. All changed there on our first eliminations of round 3. We are down to just 9 players. The advantage is still with Lucario on 22, but everyone other than Lucario is now in the danger territory who face elimination if they cannot get this question right. Fluid Fernando only just in there, but is there nevertheless on 19, currently in second place, a tied third between Toot and MPL Dart on 17. Good luck. Penultimate question of the evening, question number 9. Have a look at this. What name is shared by a 60s, 70s US-Canadian rock band and an influential 1927 German book by Hermann Hesse? Innes has started the clock. Jack's out of time. BC's out of time. Brand New Halo's out of time. Samster's found the right answer. Anybody else? Dart and Toot are out of time. Lucario has got there with seconds to spare. Fernando out of time as well. Steppenwolf was the answer. AC/DC and Bauhaus were incorrect answers. Yes, Steppenwolf, but the clock has now stopped. You're out of points. BC, Toot, Fernando, MPL, Jack, and Brand New Halo. 6 players swiftly eliminated on that one question right there. Bad luck. Thank you very much for playing. Surviving 29 questions, but unfortunately, it is the end of the road and it's lights out. Just 3 players remain. Innes, Samster and Lucario. Let's check the leaderboard. Innes currently leading with 4. I think Innes might have run the last game as well, or maybe the last but 1, with 4 wins, 4 escape artist victories. Samster with 2. Lucario with just the 1. Innes, if Innes wins here, he will go a clean first with 5 victories as the escape artist, ahead of Toot, who also has 4. Currently tied at the top. It all comes down to this last question. As you may have seen, the drain rate on this is 1 point per 0.5 seconds, and the maximum is infinite. What that means in practice is that after 15 seconds, if nobody has answered correctly, all of your clocks will start, and they will keep ticking down at the drain rate until you either give me a correct answer or you run out of points. Very possible to have no winners on this game. If someone does get it right, then same rules as before apply. If Innes starts the clock, then Innes wins. If Samster starts the clock, Innes will have about 1.5 seconds to get the correct answer in, or Samster will win. If Lucario starts the clock, this could be very, very interesting. Good luck to all 3 of you and to everybody playing in the behind the scenes game. Question number 10 of round 3 is: which East Coast US state has produced the most presidents? Lucario is there. Innes is wrong. Samster is wrong. And Innes not able to use that refire. Innes going for Massachusetts. And Samster ran out of time before we could get there. The answer was Virginia. The East Coast was an extra bit of cluing because that last question should be work-outable, so that did at least make it pseudo-multiple choice. Second is Ohio, incidentally, with 7 presidents. Inca and Samster, great run getting to see all 30 questions, but unfortunately it is the end of the road and it's lights out. Which means clinging on with just 5 points after those 10 brutal final round questions, and still 2 refires in the bank as if he needed them. Very many congratulations must go to Lucario. You are the escape artist. Good game, Lucario. That would be your second victory as the escape artist, second time being the escape artist. Huge congratulations to you. And very many thanks to Sam for that question pack, and to Colo for giving it a second glance and making a few tweets. Yes, Sam has now been removed. You'll be relieved to hear. Yeah, great stuff. And I enjoyed that. Pretty tough game, I have to say. Quite a difficult pack this week from Sam. But hopefully you all enjoyed it. Let's just check out the points behind the scenes. NPL Dart finishing on a nice around 100 points. We don't have medals in this game by convention, but I will convert them into pennies, and they should be added on as the credits roll in a few minutes' time. Those are your scores on the doors. Divide it by 5 if you want to know how many questions you got right out of 30. And hashtag please with me, Sam. Well, that's going to be our raid message. I suppose it would make sense, wouldn't it? If we are raiding. We can raid Messi tonight. I think he's just gone live. Or Arg. Arg is doing Sonic Mania. He doesn't normally stream this late. Is he wrapping up? We could raid Arg. We'll see in a minute. Anyway, those are the scores, and Lucario is the escape artist. We'll do some Spacey 4 game in a minute just to get you some extra pennies. But thanks again to Sam and to Colo for writing that, and congratulations to Lucario. You are the escape artist. Well, those credits definitely do. I've obviously redone the animation credits. I've added some names to them. They are definitely not in time. Should have finished scrolling by the time the sting ends. But yeah, I'll have to go tweet that. So there's still a bug in this game because it said apparently nobody escaped, which is demonstrably not the case, which is why the medals aren't being added on. I have at least got a log there, so I now need to go and manually add on Lucario's medal there. But very many congratulations, Lucario, on surviving the escape artist, and thanks again to Sam and Colo for their efforts on that. Well, that's almost all we've got time for. I hope you've enjoyed yourself tonight. I certainly have. It's been great fun. Glad that I came back and did it, despite going out for dinner really early and thinking, oh, it must be bedtime. But yeah, good fun tonight. Just before we do Spacey 4 game, there's just time to tell you about our friend Topper. Let's give Topper a shout. Let's use the new shout-out command, Topper1 Gaming. I'm not sure if he's here tonight. I've not seen him, but Topper also does interactive quiz shows over on his channel, twitch.tv/Topper1 Gaming. Tomorrow night, he is going to be doing Strike It Lucky and Money Bags at 8 p.m. GMT. So do go and give him a follow if you're not doing so already. I can't do another shout out, but I can use my old Nightbot command. Ash the Bash also does some really good stuff, and he's going to be streaming next week on Wednesday and Friday. What's he got in store? 1,000 heartbeats without heart rate monitor this time. But that is going to be on Wednesday from 8 o'clock p.m. GMT. And on Friday, he's back with Outright and Breakaway on the 11th of November. Again, 8 o'clock p.m. GMT, Outright and Breakaway from Bash next week. Yes, that is still my phone number, Twitter. Why are you asking me this? I sound like Nadine Dorries. Why are you asking me this? I'd like to know. What am I doing next week? I say, yes, we are well then. We have got, on Tuesday, Number Wang and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Double dose of Millionaire from Jogging and Samster. Very much looking forward to that. Once you can't post on a Twitter, fair Lewis. So that's Tuesday, Number Wang and Double Dose of Millionaire from Jogging and Samster. Very much looking forward to that. Thursday, we've got Plinko from Shapes. We've got the first outing of Cryptex this season. That comes from Nexinator, who I think might be a newish writer, may have done one before. And then we've got Moneybox from Toot, which I had a glance at the questions. I think this is going to be a very interesting game. It hasn't been proofed yet, but it will be before then. So Thursday, Plinko, Cryptex, and Moneybox. So that's very much a game of two halves. The intensity of Cryptex and then the witty banter of Moneybox. Do hope you'll come along for that. And then next Saturday, we've got Set Game. We've got a really nice Danger Zone pack from Ramsey, and we've got the first outing of Spotlight this season. Scheduled Spotlight next Saturday, along with Danger Zone and Set Game. Time permitting, I might try and squeeze the Mole in there as well. I would like to do another outing of that at some point, mainly because it hasn't been scheduled at all this season, and I think it's going to be a bit of a hoot. I'd love to do it on a Saturday, so I tend to have a slightly bigger audience on a Saturday. But I'll see how the evening goes. If it ends up being really late, then possibly not. But yay for the Mole, because I know the rules already. Absolutely. So lots of things to look forward to in quiz in the next week. Moneybags and Strike It Lucky from Topper, 1,000 Heartbeats, Outright and Breakaway from Ash, and then Number Wang, Millionaire, Plinko, Cryptex, Moneybox, Set Game, Danger Zone, Spotlight, and possibly the Mole from me. Right, last chance to win some pennies this evening. Let me refresh the app right there. Hopefully your pennies have been added on. And, yeah, left or right. I'll get this train rolling. Oh, hello. Okay, apparently not left or right. We'll try that again. Try again. Okay, don't know what happened there. Who are we going to raid? Let's go raid Argit. We haven't raided Argit for ages. We don't normally stream this late, which is probably why. Looks like he's still going at the moment. He's doing some Sonic Mania. So, we'll go give Argit a raid. Really nice chap. Scottish guy he is. And he's a really good guy. So we'll go and say, hashtag please remove Samster. I think that was a raid message, wasn't it? Was it? Hashtag please remove Samster. Let me find it. Please remove Sam. There we go. Hashtag please remove Sam. That's going to be our raid message to Argic in a minute. Last chance to come get some pennies. 10 pennies given out. 10 pennies added to the jackpot for every player who comes and joins the game. And it's basically Heads or Tails, that corporate game that they play when they're raising money for charity. 230 pennies up for grabs tonight. And lefties, goodbye. Alright, Innes, MPL, Dart, Necker, Grandma, Lewis, Disco, Lucario, Solid Marine, Arun, Psychospace, Proust, Toot, Simpson, Sangle, left or right? Just waiting for Dart. And there we go. Ooh, a lot of favouring in right here. Good decision as well. Bye-bye, lefties. Dart, Necograms, Lewis, Silent Marine, Arun, Psychospace, Prudes, and Stimpson's Angle for 230 pennies, left or right. And there's our time up. I really should have a one-line code that when there's no names left on it, it jumps down to 0. Lefty's going again. It's just Lewis, Psychospace, Prudes, and Simpsons Angle. It's been right all the way this time, as far as I can remember. Just 4 players left. Left or right? Lewis? There we go. Split the room. Lefty's going again. It's just Prudes and Stimpson's Angle left. 230 pennies going your way. If you can make the right decision here, it has been right every single time. Left or right? Oh, you both gone right. Oh, blimey, that was quick. Okay. Ah! It's a rollover! It finally went right. It finally went left, rather. No winners this time. Had to happen eventually, but we roll it over immediately. So 230 pennies is going to be the base start point. That's a lot of pennies going to be up for grabs here. Let's see what happens. Left or right. It's not anticlimactic because it's exciting. Right, now we're talking serious money. Left or right? Well, we've got as many as last time. And a few more now as well. Keep it coming, keep the count coming. 480 pennies. And I will say, because we've done a rollover, we probably won't do an again. We'll just leave it at the 2. The general rule is 2 runs of this, and that includes rollovers. Might be more than a quiz game. Could well be. Could well be. A few more seconds if you want to come and join. $490 pennies then. And lefties going out again. Jogging, Yoshi, Nekka Grandma, Jack, Arun, Puzzle Dan, Silent Marine, Pruse, Clyde, Stinson, Zangle, and Tadaru. Left or right? Just waiting for a run now. And there we go. From favouring the right again. Right to do so. Right is where it's at. Jogging, Nekka Grandma, Jack, Arun, Puzzle Dan, Pruse, Clive, and Stimpson's Angle. Left or right? Alright, a couple going left now. Arun, where you going? Arun? There we go. And goodbye. RNG is doing its thing. Nekka Grandma, Jack, Puzzle Dan, Clive, and Simpsons Angle are all left for 490 pennies. Left or right? Oh, they're all in real quick this time. Just Puzzle Dan going left. Is it going to pay off? No, it's not. I got this is genuinely RNG. I don't know what it's going to be. I can't brute force one way or the other. Nekka Grandma, Jack, Clive, and Simpsons Angle. Left or right? What's it going to be? Nekka Grandma going left. And Clive also going right. We could have a winner here in Nekka Grandma. Nope. Surely, at some point, it has to change. It's gone left. Left has been right once, and it eliminated everyone last time. Jack, Clive, and Simpsons Angle, left or right? Okay. Double rollover could be incoming. No, it stays there. Wow. It's the same 3. I've no idea what's happening here. 24 hours stream of Spacey Fall Game. Stimpson's Angle is bucking the trend and going left. Jack and Clive have both gone right. Could have a winner. It's finally gone the other way and we've got a winner. Stimpson's Angle is more interesting than a marble run. Don't tell that to Ash. I love Ash's marble runs. Well done, Simpsons Angle. You have won 490 pennies. It had to happen eventually. It had to change. And the polarity finally reversed. And Simpsons Angle, you have won the rollover 490 penny jackpot. Very well played. That should be on your account now. And that really is the end of the stream. So, whoops. Let's put that camera on. Thank you very much for watching once again, everybody. I hope you had fun. I certainly did. I'm going to be back on Tuesday. I might try and, again, I say this every time I've got a big concert, but I'm doing Mozart 1 and Shostakovich 2, piano concerti, tomorrow at a concert at 6 p.m. If I can figure out the mechanics, I will broadcast it in the Discord server or possibly on Twitch. I don't yet know. But it depends what I can get set up and what I can be bothered to untangle from my stream setup here. But that's tomorrow at 6, which might be a thing. If not, Topper's going to be here tomorrow at 8. And I'm going to be back on Tuesday with Number Wang and Double Millionaire. I need to speak to Lingo about getting his Number Wang voice memo in. Can I twiddle my headset mic for us? I don't use that one. I used to use that one, but I certainly can. Bye-bye, Clive. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks again to all our question writers, to our proofing team, and to all of you for playing along at home. I hope you had fun at game night tonight. Congratulations again to our winners. That data will be pushed up to the drive, which you can always check at persephoneshare.com/pennies. Until next time, be splendid and wonderful and marvellous and safe out there as always. Take care as the night starts to draw in. Mind your step. And yeah, just generally be awesome. Until next time, you've been watching Game Night. I've been Royal Flush. Take care. Peace out and good night.